What is going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. As y'all know, I am Amber from Creamer and Cash Comics, and today we are going through the top 10 titles from this past week as listed on Key Collector. So y'all can upload the app and check it for yourself, or you can just hang out with me and we can go through them. So let's go ahead and get to it. Number 10 on the list for this past week is Star Wars: The Clone Wars #1. This is the first appearance of Ahsoka Tano. It is also the first appearance of Captain Rex. So it kind of slipped to the edge of the top 10 list this week for just a few reasons. It's less dollar margin between last high sales and current high sales, low inventory, and there are fewer record breakers and high grades for a modern comic. But it still holds strong on the top 10 this last week. CGC 9.4 recently sold for $1,100, and the previous high was $920 for the past week. Number 9 on the list, we have Fantastic Four number 52. This is the first appearance of Black Panther. So driving interest around this book is the legacy of Chadwick Boseman, so it just goes to show how we can stay strong in this community. We all know that no one can fill his shoes as the King of Wakanda. There was some speculation around characters taking over the reins as Black Panther. I think we all have seen and heard that that is not the case going forward. The ideology of Wakanda will continue. Record-breaking sales this past week, and CGC 8.5 recently sold for $4,800, and the previous high was $3,800. Number 8 on the list this week is The Crow #1. This is the second appearance of The Crow. So the first Crow solo miniseries, the first, second, and third printings are identical. The only difference is the date printed on the inside front cover. Recently, this book sold at a CGC 9.4 for $1,350. The previous high for this book was $930. Number 7 on the list for this week was Fantastic Four number 49. This is the first full appearance of Galactus. It is also the second appearance and first cover appearance of Silver Surfer. Alright, record-breaking sales this past week for this book. CGC 9.4 sold for $9,000, which actually matched its previous high of $9,000, so it was just two back-to-back all-time highs. Next on the list, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 3. This is the first appearance and origin of Dr. Octopus. It is also the debut of the Spider's Web fan letter section. Sales this past week, a 9.0 sold for $13,500, and the previous high was $11,400, so about $2,100 higher than its previous week. Next, we have Green Lantern number 87. This is the first appearance of Green Lantern John Stewart, and it is the second appearance of Green Lantern Guy Gardner. Since 2011, there have been 12 recorded sales of Green Lantern number 87, graded in a 9.8. This week, record-breaking sales, a 9.8 recently sold for $6,500, and its previous high was $3,050 back in 2011. We also have Star Wars number 68. In this book, Boba Fett briefly appears in a flashback. This is the first mention of the Mandalorians, the first appearance of Fenn, a Mandalorian. A lot of people are picking up this book because they think it's Boba Fett on the cover, although it is not Boba Fett. It is just a Mandalorian. Record-breaking sales this week, 9.8 recently sold for $2,100, and a previous high was $1,850 for this book. Next we have on the list is Star Wars number 42, and this is the first appearance of Boba Fett. It is also the first appearance of Dengar and a first cameo appearance of Emperor Palpatine. This book recently sold in a 9.8 CGC for $2,500, and its previous high was $2,000. And if you guys aren't catching on to the trends, Star Wars is where it's at right now. Pick them up while you can. Next on the list, we have Daredevil #1. This is the first appearance and origin of Daredevil, Matt Murdock. It is also the first appearance of Foggy Nelson, a lawyer and ally of Murdock. First appearance of Karen Page, the love interest of Daredevil. This book recently sold at a CGC 7.5 for $7,000, and its previous high was $5,500. Number 1 on the list for the Hot 10 for this past week goes to Silver Surfer #1. This is the origin of Silver Surfer. It is also the origin of the Watchers and the first appearance of Shalabal. Record-breaking sales for this book for the past week, a CGC 9.6 recently sold for $13,200. Its previous high was $8,600. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you guys got some good info and you're able to look through your long boxes, see what you have in these books, or find them out in the wild. Please always remember to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.